Hello, welcome back to another weekly vlog. It's New Year's Eve, which I have kind of got mixed feelings about. I like the fact that it's a chance to kind of either celebrate the last year or kind of get rid of the last year and kind of start afresh, but I always find it quite a difficult time of year. I think because everyone's kind of like reflecting on what they've done and what they're hoping to do in the new year, and I just find that quite difficult. I don't know, I mean, this last year has been probably one of my better years, just with regards to kind of things that I have managed to achieve and family stuff, but there's also been a lot of difficult times with health and losing Jaffa and stuff. So yeah, I don't know, it's been a bit mixed, and I find it quite difficult to look forward to the year ahead, because I always, for so many years, I would get to like New Year's Eve and think, right, maybe next year will be better, maybe I'll meet a partner, maybe this will happen and stuff, and it never really did, or never really happened. So I kind of, I don't know, I suppose these days I try and go into New Year with a bit more of just an open mind of like, what will be, will be. And yeah, so that's kind of how I'm seeing it. I'm going to try and make like a 2018 roundup sort of montage video. I don't know, because I haven't been weekly vlogging for that long. So all being well, if I continue weekly vlogging next year, hopefully it will be easier. But I think I still do have footage like from throughout the year. So yeah, look out for that. But yeah, I have already been to the doctor's this morning. My GP phoned me like about 8 o'clock one evening last week, and I was like, why is the doctor ringing me so late? And she asked me to come in today to discuss a letter that she'd received from my POTS specialist. So I've been in and we've just kind of sorted out a few, he wanted me to have some tests and do a referral and stuff, so that's all been sorted. Back home now, I'm going to pop the telly on because I've got stuff like Christmas TV that I want to catch up on, and sort of some admin-y bits that I want to get done. So yeah, it's a fairly quiet day until this evening. Well, even this evening's going to be quiet, but not a huge amount planned for today. So my first little job is to write my cards for January. So if you haven't watched my videos before, I tend to order like the whole month cards in one go, write them all, and then they're just ready to go. I get them from a website called Charity Greetings Cards or something, I can't remember. I'll link it in the description below. But yeah, so I've ordered my January cards, got quite a few like birthdays and stuff this month, so I'm just going to sit down, catch up on some TV and get these written. So I think this kind of looks like I haven't actually moved all day, but I promise I have. I finished writing my January cards, had a bit of lunch, and then I had to try and clear some space on my memory cards for my cameras, because I'd filled like both memory cards up. Not because I've just like filmed a lot, but because I haven't edited in a while. So yeah, I've managed to clear a bit of space now, so I've got a bit more space for filming. And I've come downstairs, I'm watching Big Hero 6 because it's on the TV, and doing, well, I'll show you in a minute what I'm doing on my phone. We're going to go over to Richard and Lisa's in a few minutes when my mum gets home, just because they didn't open all their presents yesterday. And obviously my mum wasn't here yesterday either, so she kind of wanted to see them and to see Noah. So yeah, just waiting for her to get home from the shops, and then we're going to head over to them. So yeah, I'm using an app called Unfold, which I have only just downloaded really, but it means I can make like a, what do you call it, Instagram stories, and like 2018 year review. So I've been like choosing pictures and stuff. I've only done the first cover photo so far, but yeah, I'm going to be hopefully uploading these to my Instagram stories soon, but quite enjoying it so far.
What's it like to be the one that he turns to when he's out of answers? What's it like to be the one that he comes to when he wants to dance? And I wonder what's that like. What's it like to hold his hand when he tells you that you're all he wants? And it's midnight, oh, I'm thinking about him. I have got him on my mind, but he doesn't know my name, and I'm running out of time. I wish you felt the same, and I'm acting stupid like every day. Don't know what to do or what I should say, 'cause I have got him on my mind, but he doesn't know my name. I wanna hold his hand, 'cause I can't stop thinking about him. And would he understand if I told him how I feel about him? Oh, 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 I have got him on my mind, but he doesn't know my name, and I'm running out of time. I wish you felt the same, and I'm acting stupid like every day. Don't know what to do or what I should say, 'cause I have got him on my mind, but he doesn't know my name. He doesn't know my name.
So Rebecca got me this gingerbread house from Aldi before Christmas, but I never got around to actually decorating it. So I thought I would do it tonight, ready for New Year's Eve, and then we can just pop it on the table as a bit of a centrepiece. So that's my job for now.
I've been trying my best for a while, trying to please everyone who's around me. I've been putting on my fake smile, even though I'm wasting time. I don't want to be trapped in a box, trying to be like the rest when I'm not. I just wanna go my own way, gonna let the past burn down, 'cause honestly don't wanna be stuck in boring conversations with you. With you, I'm gonna leave it all behind, find myself, I'm gonna start over new. Yeah, I'm on my way now. 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 I'll be going away for a while. Oh, and I don't know what I'll find. Maybe I can be a rock star, playing songs on my guitar. I know I have to be somewhere else to be able to find myself. Shouldn't be so complicated. If I listen to my heart, I'm gonna leave it all behind, find myself, I'm gonna start over new. Yeah, I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now. I'm on my way.
Poor old lang syne, my dear. Poor old lang syne.
What's ready, is it?
Kindness, yeah.
Well, he is a bit suspicious.
Happy New Year! Welcome to 2019. I don't know where the years are going. It's just crazy. I had a pretty late night last night. We had a nice time. Like, we had a couple of family friends over, and just played some games, watched the fireworks and stuff on TV. But yeah, I was pretty late to bed, so I have just spent most of the morning asleep. and just struggling a little bit to get myself up and going. Finally got dressed, but my legs just don't seem to be wanting to work properly today, which is slightly annoying, but I haven't really got any plans, so it's just going to be a nice quiet day to start the year. Where are you trying to sit? Come on then. Oh my goodness me, every time I try and film he just wants to wriggle. So yeah, I have to apologise for the rubbish filming today because there's been none. So after I spoke to you last time, I'd got dressed, oh yeah, and then I came back downstairs again and fell asleep on the sofa. So yeah, that wasn't really what I had planned. I had a late lunch. My grandma's here at the moment, because we just brought her over for lunch and stuff. Hello, can I help you? So yeah, I really want to do something a bit productive now. I mean, it's like 4:15, so the day is going, but yeah, I need to do something because I'm feeling a bit. So one of the jobs that I kind of quite like doing at this time of year is filling in like my new calendar and file of facts and all that kind of stuff. So I think I'm going to start doing that. I don't know, like, I don't know if I'm the only person that enjoys doing this, but I don't know, I find it quite like therapeutic, just kind of going through it and putting all the dates in and like birthdays and all that kind of thing. So I'm going to put something on the TV and just, yeah, start filling in the new calendars. Oh yes, the Jungle Book is on. This is perfect New Year's Day viewing, so I think I'm going to watch this while I do my calendars. So I've got my file of facts insert. I've got a diary that because I write in a diary every day, so I got this one from W.H. Smith, which I thought was quite nice. It's one of my favourite quotes. It just says, "When it rains, look for rainbows," and it's got like rainbow pages. And then my mum gave me a Tatty Teddy calendar for Christmas, which I'm going to fill in. I think I might start with this one because it's kind of the easiest one to start with. So good afternoon for Disney TV. We've now got Inside Out as well. So Doctor Who is going to be on in a minute, so I've decided to have my last two amaretto mince pies that I made because I haven't actually had any yet, and I'm going to be naughty and have some brandy butter with it because, again, I haven't had any this Christmas and Christmas diet is still well on its way, so that's what I'm going to have. Hello, I actually managed to get up a bit earlier today than I did yesterday, which is good. Still feeling pretty tired, but it's just going to take time, I think. I am going to do a little bit of editing this morning because I've got quite a lot of videos that I want to get up, and yeah, I'm running behind schedule on those. And then this afternoon we are going to, well, this evening we're going to a pantomime in Basingstoke, which is Snow White. So yeah, looking forward to that. It's kind of like an annual tradition now that we go to the pantomime. It's not the whole family because my brothers aren't able to come, but it's me, my parents and my two sisters, so that should be quite nice. I think my mum and I are gonna go to Basingstoke a little bit earlier just so that we can look at a couple of the shops. So yeah, we need to get a bit of editing done before we have to head off there. So I've got a video uploading on YouTube, which is what I got for my birthday video, which should have gone up ages ago, but it didn't. So that's going up, thankfully, now. I'm just having a bit of lunch and I need to catch up on some TV because although like most of the Christmas TV is kind of over now, I have got a lot of stuff recorded, so I need to kind of go through that, delete anything I've watched, and yeah, I think I need to catch up on Hollyoaks. To be honest, I need to catch up on all of the soaps really, and I've just got some other little bits and bobs that I've got recorded as well. So yeah, just gonna have a little bit of chill out time before we head out. We're just about to head off over to Basingstoke now. I've just started feeling quite dizzy, which isn't particularly helpful, but yeah, I'm hoping it might wear off because I don't know why it's literally just suddenly come on. Hello Freddie. But yeah, Mum and I are going to head over there first, and then the others will come and meet us a little bit later. Basingstoke and from seeing the pantomime. It was really, really good. It had Danny Harmer in it that played Tracy Beaker, so I felt like a little bit of a fangirl because I loved Tracy, well I still do love Tracy Beaker, and she was really good. And it had the guy that was in the Basil Brush show that played Mr. I've forgotten his name. Mr. something or other. It'll come to me, but yeah, it had him as like the jester type character, so he was really funny, and yeah, it was just really good. There was lots of like laughs, like for adults as well as like the children. The sort of male that wears like the big dresses and all that kind of thing was really funny as well, and like the costumes were fantastic. And yeah, it was really good. Got soaking wet because they had water pistols and like covered everyone in water. But yeah, had a really good time. Just got home now and we're waiting for my dad he's going to pick up a McDonald's on the way home because it's quite late and we just need a bit of quick food. So yeah, just waiting for that, and then I need to get to bed really because I've got to be up early tomorrow because I've got a day of appointments. So yeah, back to reality after the Christmas bubble. But yeah, just waiting for our McDonald's at the moment. Hello, I haven't filmed from here for quite a while. I have just finished my psychotherapy group for the day. I haven't been, I think it must have been at least, it's either 3 weeks or a month since I last came because of my hospital appointments. So it's a bit weird like coming back, but there was only 2 of us today. It was just me to start with, and I was a bit like, oh god, like what if no one else turns up? I'm just here on my own, like with like the group facilitator. Yeah, it would have been a bit awkward, but another girl turned up, which was nice. So we had quite a good chat. But yeah, I'm gonna head home now. It's quite cold. I think it's definitely got colder. But yeah, today is a day of appointments because I've got to go home now, have a bit of lunch, and then I've got another appointment this afternoon. So yeah, back to reality unfortunately, but yeah, I'm gonna head home and relax for a little bit hopefully. Hello, so I haven't really spoken to you for a little while. Came home, had a bit of lunch, and then I had my second appointment of the day, which was kind of like a bit of an MOT. Basically, my doctor's surgery has merged with like 2 others in my town. So, and now they're bigger, they've kind of got more facilities and stuff. And they've employed a mental health practitioner, and basically anyone that's had kind of any sort of mental health problems or been involved with like mental health services is on a list. And they are doing this thing where sort of like once every 6 months to once a year, you get called in to see a healthcare assistant, and then after that you see the mental health practitioner, just to kind of like keep a check on you. And I think the idea is that they kind of try and catch you kind of before you go into like a crisis. So yeah, I went down and well, they'd given me the wrong appointment time, which was a little bit annoying, but it was only by 10 minutes, so it meant that I had a bit longer there, but I took a book, so that kept me busy. And then yeah, so I saw the healthcare assistant, and she kind of asked a load of questions about like, do you smoke, do you drink, blah blah blah. She did my height and weight, she did my blood pressure, my pulse. I had to have some blood tests and an ECG. And then once she'd done all that, I went back out into the waiting room, and then I went in to see the mental health practitioner. And he kind of just like checked in on how I was doing really, kind of asked a few questions about like medication and if I had like anything specific worrying me, if I had any questions for him or anything like that. It was fairly kind of non-eventful because, I don't know, I think because I'm doing my psychotherapy group, that's kind of keeping, I don't know, like that's where I go every week to like talk about mental health. So there wasn't a huge amount I could talk to him about. that I needed to talk to him about. But it's good to know that that service is there, because it's so difficult to get help with mental health problems. So, you know, the fact that they've kind of put this in place is definitely a positive. So he said that I'll get called back in like 6 months to a year, but that if things go downhill or I have a wobble or whatever, I can just phone the surgery and ask to be seen by him again, and he can assess me and like decide what to do. So it's quite good to know that that is there. So yeah, I'm home again now, and I don't really know what I'm going to do. I'm quite tired. I don't know, having 2 appointments in one day kind of wiped me out a bit. I have still got presents to open actually from some of my friends that sent me for Christmas. I do tend to like spread them out a bit. Like I don't usually open friends' presents on Christmas Day, because that's when we're doing like family stuff. And just since then things have been manic. So I might sit down and just open those presents, because then I can get on with like writing thank you letters and things like that, and perhaps catch up with some stuff on TV. So we haven't quite made it to opening the presents yet, because Freddie came and sat on my knee, and we're just gonna have a little snuggle, aren't we? No, I don't need to be licked, thank you very much. But yeah, we're gonna have a little snuggle, and I'm gonna try not to fall asleep. I'm gonna watch Hollyoaks first, because I missed yesterday's. Have a snuggle with Freddie, then we're gonna do the presents. I did manage to open my presents from my friends this afternoon. I had hoped to do some other stuff, but I ended up falling asleep on the sofa, which wasn't what I planned. But yeah, I think kind of Christmas and everything is just catching up with me a bit. And it's been like a relatively busy day with my group and then my other medical appointments, so I don't know, maybe I just needed it and I should not give myself such a hard time. So yeah, kind of woke up and what have I done? Had my water sip. I am really trying, like, I don't tend to make New Year's resolutions. Like sometimes I try and set goals and stuff, but I'm more of a kind of person that just does things kind of throughout the year rather than waiting until the start of the year, because I just find trying to set like big goals for like the whole year just doesn't really work for me. I have tried it like several years and I just never stick to it. But one of my like goals, I suppose, that I have been like, oh, sorry, my phone's going a bit crazy. A goal that I kind of have tried to set myself for the beginning of this year is to prioritise my sleep. I'm very good at going to bed late and getting up late, and part of that is like chronic illness and stuff, but going to bed late I know like isn't going to help, so I'm really trying to go to bed earlier. I mean, I've always been a night owl, so I'm never going to go to bed like really early because it's just not me. It doesn't work like with my body. But trying to get to bed before midnight and actually have a little bit of time rather than just like collapsing into bed and falling straight to sleep, like having a bit of time to just sit and like read a chapter of my book, because I suppose that's, I don't know, it's kind of another goal I suppose, but it fits quite nicely with the sleep one. Yeah, basically I have really missed reading. Like I've read a bit like the last couple of years, but I used to read like every day and I would get through books like relatively quickly, whereas recently it's just, I've been lucky if I've got through like a book in a month. And So yeah, by going to bed a bit earlier, I'm hoping that I will have like the time and energy to just sit down, unwind and read like a chapter or so of a book. I did it last night and yeah, I quite liked it actually. Like, I'm so used to like sitting on the sofa like gone midnight, just like watching things on YouTube and like going through emails and stuff, and it the emails and stuff need doing, but I don't want to be doing them at the expense of getting like decent sleep and relaxation and stuff. So just trying to prioritize things and kind of hoping that if I go to bed earlier and like wind down properly, that I might get up a bit earlier and therefore have time like in the day to do the stuff that I have been doing late at night. So yeah, I'll let you know how I get on with it. I don't know, I'll try not to give myself a hard time if I have nights where I don't stick to it, but yeah, just try and like keep going with it. I'd be interested to hear like if you guys set any resolutions or goals at the beginning of the year, or if you're more like me and you kind of just go like setting them throughout the year. Yeah, I always find it quite interesting to hear like what people's resolutions are. But now it is 8:30 and I'm gonna have a bath and wash my hair, and then hopefully that'll give me time to go back downstairs, watch a bit of YouTube and have a cup of tea, and then get to bed before midnight hopefully.
When we were young, running from all things at once, without thinking twice.
Good morning. I look really pale today. I was actually up fairly early this morning, which is kind of unusual for me. I've got a physio appointment at 1 o'clock, so I'm just having a quiet morning, kind of doing some bits and bobs and kind of little jobs that kind of need doing. And then I'm going to go to my physio appointment, and then this afternoon I'm seeing my friend Helen and taking presents over for her and her kids because I haven't seen them like over Christmas yet. So yeah, it should be quite a nice day. Please excuse the sound of the washing machine in the background. I've just got back from physio. He did some more of the dry needling, which kind of leaves me feeling quite sore for the next like day or so, but then it does seem to help with the pain, so giving it another try. I'm just going to put some fish fingers on now because I need to have some lunch and I fancy a fish finger sandwich, and then I'm going to head over to see my friend Helen.
I knew we would catch up and that we would be the ones left behind. The stories I've been told, they never seem to leave my mind. And this road that I am on, I gotta stay here for some time.
Sorry, it's a bit dark here. Yeah, I'm back from my friend Helen's. It was really nice going over, gave them their presents, and the kids seemed to really like what I gave them, which is always quite nice when they sort of opened the stuff up. They seemed to be quite excited, which was really good. Her oldest daughter, I gave her like a glitter tattoo kit, and she was giving like everyone tattoos, and obviously I had to have one. So yeah, I'll show you that in a minute. But yeah, just had a cup of tea and a good chat with Helen, which was nice. And her son is my godson, so it's always good to kind of catch up with him and see like what he's up to. He's turning 4 next week as well. I don't know where the time is going. But yeah, it was just a nice chilled out afternoon. But I'm home now. It's like nearly 5:30, so I think I'm just gonna like chill out, have my 40 sip, watch Hollyoaks and stuff for a bit. I keep thinking it's Saturday today. I think I'm in that like time when it's kind of after Christmas, but you're not quite sure what day it is. So yeah, it's not, it's Friday. But yeah, just might do, I don't know. I just keep falling asleep. It's driving me mad. Like, before I went to physio, I sat down on the sofa with like every intention of doing some bits on my laptop. And next thing I know, I'm like waking up and it's like, I should have left like 10 minutes ago. Yeah, it's like one of the reasons why I'm trying to go to bed earlier, but I don't know, I'm just so tired at the moment, and kind of I've had my iron levels checked and they're okay. So I think it's just chronic illness at its finest. But yeah, let me show you the tattoo because it's quite sweet. So parts of it have kind of come off a bit, but basically it's a little paw print in the shape of a heart, and she did it all like different coloured glitters, which was quite sweet. She is 9, she's going to be 10 this year, and I think she's like literally covered herself in glitter tattoos. So Helen, if you're watching this, I'm very sorry. But yeah, so that's my my newest tattoo. Alfie?
Alfie?
Why are you wearing a shower cap?
It's not. He's Vincent van Gogh.
Looks so cute. So I think I've said on here before that I have been diagnosed with something called mast cell activation disorder. It's quite like misunderstood still, but basically I have just like random allergic reactions to pretty much anything. And I think I might be having another one. This is kind of how it starts. I get like this blotchy red rash. It's kind of like on my chest as well, which is quite itchy, and it depends. Like sometimes it's worse than other times. Like luckily, touch wood, I haven't had like an anaphylactic shock. My sister has a nut allergy and has an EpiPen, but thankfully I've never had anything that bad. I just tend to carry antihistamines around with me. I'm on regular antihistamines anyway, which have kind of dampened down the reactions a bit, but I do kind of have to have extra ones with me for if stuff like this happens. But yeah, sometimes it just sticks with like the rash and I get a bit itchy. Other times I find that my lips kind of swell up a bit and my tongue goes all sort of tingly, and I start having some trouble with my breathing, or I feel quite sick. But yeah, it's not that much fun, but I thought I would just show you because kind of it's such a misunderstood condition, and even doctors don't know that much about it. They're still trying to like understand it. But yeah, just sort of kind of raise awareness because I think it's only really just started, and I don't even know what it is. I haven't, the only thing, like all I've had today is like normal stuff that I have had before. Like I had my porridge for breakfast. For lunch I had a fish finger sandwich, which like isn't particularly unusual, and then I had a Fortisip for dinner, and I haven't really had anything else. The only thing I can think of is having the glitter tattoo on my skin, but then my actual arm is okay, so I don't know. Who knows? It's just one of those annoying things that like you can't avoid it, like stuff, because you don't know what to avoid. But yeah, it's just annoying. So I think I might take some antihistamines and just see if it will go down a bit, because at the moment it's not too bad. It's just a bit itchy and looks a bit odd. But yeah, it's not great. Good afternoon, happy Saturday. Yep, I am still in my pyjamas, but you know, it's the weekend. I have not done much this morning. I kind of slept until quite late, even though I went to bed like at a fairly reasonable time. I just was obviously tired because I slept for like 10.5 hours. But yeah, I think today is the day that Christmas goes, which is a bit sad. Went downstairs and my mum and dad had got rid of the 2 Christmas trees downstairs. My mum is now kind of doing a bit of a like spring clean, although I don't know if you can call it a spring clean in January, but yeah, she's just like cleaning and stuff after all the Christmas decorations have gone down. My dad's been planting bulbs and stuff in the garden ready for the spring. My sister has been sorting out her wardrobe, so I think everyone is just on the kind of like cleaning, tidying thing today. And that's what I'm going to be doing as well. I need to take this Christmas tree down, and I need to take the decorations in my room down, and also the Disney Christmas tree in my office needs to come down. So yeah, I hate taking the Christmas decorations down because they all look so pretty and everything feels very like bare once you've taken everything down. But I do quite like getting rid of all the clutter and then having like a good clean, and I don't know, it just feels like a bit of a fresh start, I think. So yeah, it needs doing. I just don't have much energy today, which is why I'm still in my pyjamas at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But we're going to get it done. So I need to get dressed, and as far as I'm concerned, I can still wear Christmas jumpers until tomorrow, which is the 6th. So I've got my Minnie Mouse one. Because Christmas doesn't finish until the 6th, like, you know, properly, like when it's Epiphany or whatever. I can't, oh, it's gone blurry now. The camera obviously does not agree. There we go. Yeah, so as far as I'm concerned, Christmas is carrying on until tomorrow, but it does have to come down, and I haven't got time to do it tomorrow. So yeah, that's the plan. I've got the Simpsons on, gonna get dressed, and then gonna start on taking all the decorations down.
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cup my tea. I can take what I need to get by, it doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my heart moves slow, somewhere in the great unknown.
It looks so bare in here without my Christmas tree, although I still kind of need to do some tidying, because I don't like how like cluttered my like surfaces are looking, and yeah, there's loads of other stuff that needs tidying up. But my bedroom is now free of Christmas decorations, so I've got to do my office next, but I'm gonna go and get some lunch.
When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole again? Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all, I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. Wait, hold on, put me together.
Right, so Christmas has pretty much gone now. All the rooms just look bare and dark, and I just hate taking everything down and getting rid of all the nice fairy lights and what have you. Like, it's been quite nice to like tidy up a bit and stuff, but yeah, it just all looks a bit depressing now. I kind of haven't really done any tidying in my room or office because it kind of took it out of me just taking the decorations down, so that'll have to wait for another day. But all the decorations are down now, and I've come downstairs to have a rest. So yeah, I'm going to put the telly on, see if there's anything decent on, or catch up on stuff I've recorded, because I've got so much stuff recorded that I need to start watching, because otherwise we're going to run out of space on the recorder thing. So I'm going to sit here. I've got all of our Christmas cards, because I tend to, like, once my mum takes all the family Christmas cards down and I take my Christmas cards down, I tend to go through them all and cut up any that might make like nice tags next year, or would be good for scrapbooking or whatever, crafts or something. And then once I've done that, we can recycle the cards and get them out the way. And I also need to look through the Radio Times. It's finished now. I can't remember what day it finished on, but it is like there's no more days left in that, so just going to have a little look through that and see if there's any articles I want to read before that goes in the recycling as well. So that's what I'm going to do while I'm watching the telly. Happy Sunday. Please excuse the absolute carnage in the background. I have got all my I've still got some birthday presents out, and also my Christmas presents. Once I've filmed what I got for Christmas video, my next job is to do a big old tidy up in here. But yeah, I've just been having a quiet Sunday morning. Decided not to go to church today because no one else was really going. So yeah, not been doing a huge amount. I'm just going to do a bit of editing now. We're going out to see, late afternoon, evening, for dinner for my brother's birthday, which is next week. But yeah, apart from that, it's just a quiet Sunday, which is quite nice. So the light is rubbish here, but we are just heading off out to a local-ish pub for dinner to celebrate my brother's birthday. So I'll try and film a few little bits when we're there. So we're home from the meal now. Not quite sure what my hair's doing. I realised that I didn't actually film like any food that we ate or anything, but I was kind of too like busy being entertained by Noah. He was on good form, bless him. He was very like happy and giggling and just being his usual little funny self, which was quite nice. But yeah, it was good. Unfortunately my sister couldn't come, so it was a bit rubbish that she couldn't be there, but everyone else was able to make it. Yeah, I think everyone had a good time. But yeah, Sunday evening now, so I'm just gonna get into my pyjamas and have a quiet evening. And yeah, that's the end of the vlog. So I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. It's been a little bit quieter than the last few vlogs, unfortunately. Well, I say unfortunately, it's been quite nice to have a bit of a quieter week, but I'm not sure it makes that exciting viewing. But I hope you've enjoyed it anyway. If you have and you'd like to see more, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye!